Alright guys, what is going on, and welcome back to our Vancouver Canucks BAGM mode, where we are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, and we finally got Ovi his ring. We got rid of Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Phil Kessel, Marc-Andre Fleury, Chris Letang, and the Pittsburgh Penguins in 6 games to solidify ourselves as, would you call this a dynasty? I think I would. The start to a dynasty. But let's take a couple minutes here, and there's really nothing going to be on the screen. I just want to talk to you guys about the future of this GM mode and a different GM mode if we decide to go that route. So I had an idea, and I actually put it out on Twitter about a fantasy draft, and I kind of said this was going to be my last year with the Vancouver Canucks, but I wanted to get your guys' feel before I go ahead and make it official. So we have a few different options here. So we could go towards a new GM mode, and we have a few options with that as well. We could do another legit GM mode for the rest of NHL 16, or we could do a fantasy draft, which would be kind of fun. I've only done a fantasy draft once, and it was with Carolina, and I don't think I actually completed it because the game ended. But we could do a fantasy draft. That would be kind of cool. I know you guys want to see that. Or we could continue here in Vancouver, and we could go for cups. We could make this 25 years and make it till the end of NHL 16. So I only did one GM mode throughout NHL 16, which is a bit weird because next gen is not very good, and you know, the legacy and all that stuff kind of combined to me only doing a few GM modes, if not only one. So again, there's a few options. We could do a fantasy draft. We could do maybe one more year here and then win a Stanley Cup. We'll try to win a Stanley Cup anyways. We have pretty much like identical records. I didn't even realize that. Pretty much our options are continue on with Vancouver until the end of NHL 16. So we go a full 25 years or 20 years, however long we can make it. Option number 2 is we do another year in Vancouver, try to win another Stanley Cup, and whatever happens, happens. That's our last year in Vancouver. I mean, we've pretty much accomplished what we needed to here. We won Stanley Cups, we built a dynasty here. Is there really much more to accomplish? I mean, I'll let you guys decide that. Option number 3 is we do a fantasy draft, which could be actually really fun. And I guess option number 4 is just pick another team and start from the bottom and work our way up. But I think I want to go with a team like Washington, or like a legitimate team to try to win as many Stanley Cups as we can. That'd be kind of fun. But again, those are our options, kind of up in the air for you guys to decide. But we are with the Vancouver Canucks here, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Honestly, I don't even think we have a first-round pick this year. Yeah, we don't. We have a second and a third. So getting a first would kind of be cool. But at this stage in the game, honestly, first-round picks, they won't be developed by the time that we're done, so I don't think going after a first is really ideal. Looks like New Jersey, we got Detroit, Los Angeles, the Wild, and the Washington Capitals are the bottom 5 teams. So again, don't think we're going to make a move for a first round pick. There's no need to. We do have a second round pick though, 10th overall from Columbus, so let's see what kind of player we can snag up there. Like I said earlier, picks don't really matter because if we decide to go a different route, a different team, or a fantasy draft, these picks aren't going to be developed. So let's go with the safe bet here. Go with Raymond Amadio. Is that how you pronounce his name? Amado? I don't know. I'm going to go with Amadio though. Raymond, welcome to Vancouver, and we're just going to go ahead and get rid of the rest of the draft. We'll do the re-sign stage. We'll do free agency, kind of see what our lines are looking like. Go all the way up to the start of the year, see which players progressed, and then in the next episode, I'll get all your guys' comments, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do. So I said in the last video that this draft was really deep. There's a few 80 overalls. Man, look at all of our Red Star potential guys, man. Sean Day may never make it. What I want to check out here is the pick that we drafted, and ooh man, 4 Red Stars for Raymond, but he's 75 overall, so that's not terrible. Let's go over here and check out the top 5 picks. We got New Jersey with the first overall selection, and they picked, I think they picked a goalie actually. Holes, where is he? I think they picked a goalie. Yeah, they did 73-5 5 gold stars. That is impressive. Let's go over to Detroit here. They had the 2nd overall selection. They picked Mavichuk. Wasn't a goalie, Mavichuk. 82 overall, man. So there is some deep players here. I actually want to see something in New Jersey here. Do they already have a legitimate NHL goalie? Yeah, why would they pick that goalie 1st overall? Like, they have this guy, they have this guy, they have this guy that can all legitimately be starters. Like, I don't know why they would select him. Maybe he's like a super standout goalie, can't miss prospect. The next guy that was picked was Valaket, and he is a 75 overall, 4.5 star. And we got the Minnesota Wild next, and I believe they got the other 80 overall guy, Iverson. Yeah, 83 overall, Rudy Iverson. Oh man, this guy's gonna be scoring some goals for the Minnesota Wild. Holy crap, that guy's sick. And then the last one here is going to Washington. They picked Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Where is he? Washington. It's definitely not Rudolph. I definitely read that wrong, but there's that guy, Jake Virtanen. You can see him there with Washington. Hasn't gotten any better. Had a 20-point year with the Washington Capitals. So, oh man, I don't know, man. Jake Virtanen, that guy is a bust. Actually, I'm looking at the draft here, and the Argon Bus, Arizona Argon Bus, they drafted a guy named Ovechkin. Where is he? Valerie Ovechkin. Oh man, since we got Ovi, they had to have Ovi. Since we have the better defenseman in Gattenby, they had to go and get another Ovechkin. I see how it is. Alright, I see how it is. So we do have to re-sign Ovi this year. We have $18 million in cap space. He wants $8 million for 2 years. Okay, so who else do we have to re-sign? Any big guns? Ben Hutton, anyone else? Tom Wilson, we're definitely gonna have to re-sign. Jared McCann, okay, I'm not too worried about it. Jake Bean's gonna want like upwards of like $6 million. So there's $12 million. So there's like $13 million right there between 2 players. Anyone else? No one else big, unless we got to re-sign a goaltender, which I hope we don't. And we only got to sign Joe Fleshler. So that's not too bad. We do got to figure out a situation with Ben Bishop and Freddie, though. I may just keep Bishop for a backup because, I don't know, we might trade him. I'm not too sure yet. But let me get the re-sign stage done. I'll show you guys the notable contracts like Ovechkin. So 2 years, I'll give you $8 million for 2 years. Still going to be a legitimate sniper, 91 overall. And the only other one I got to re-sign is obviously Tom Wilson, who may want like $3 million. Okay, 2.8, it's not bad. I'll give you 2.5 for 2 years. It's a good contract for a third line grinder. And then I got to go ahead and I got to re-sign McCann, and I got to re-sign Jake Bean. So what does Jake Bean want? 5.2. Okay, that's actually way better than I expected. I'll give you 5 for 4 years. And now we got to re-sign Jared McCann. I hope we have enough money for that. Okay, so Ovi's back, Tom Wilson's back, and Jake Bean is back. We got $5 million to spread around to all the depth players, and we got to give Jared McCann another contract, and he only wants 2.9. I'll give you 2.5, and then we got some money to spend in free agency and getting rid of all the loose ends here on our team, all of the RFAs and a few UFAs here. So let me go ahead and tie those loose ends up, and then I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so apparently we drafted this guy in the 4th round. Look at his name, Vincent Lecavalier, the second coming of Vinny. He's pretty much the exact same size, 6'3", 230 pounds. How can we not give this guy a contract? Okay, so we had a bit of an issue here. We actually lost 2 players to free agency, and that is Alex Killorn, and we also lost Luke Glendening, unfortunately, and there's actually no big name free agents this year. But you can see here, where are they? Killorn, and where are they down here? 81 overall. Where is he? Luke Glendening. We didn't have enough money to re-sign them. Now, that's not saying they're not going to be on the team next year, because they definitely can be, but I'm a little bit concerned because we don't have that much cap, and oh man, there's some players out there. Mitch Marner, baby. We could go get Mitch Marner. I'll try to snag him up for the AHL. Let's do that. Give him a $1 million contract. There you got it, boy, Mitch Marner. You're probably not going to be anything. 25 years old. Adam Ernie. Bunch of decent players. Alexander Weinberg. Honestly, we don't really need those type of players. Look at all these goaltenders just gone to free agency. 1st round picks. Toast gone to free agency. Why? Why does the game do that? It is so annoying. But maybe trading Ben Bishop is the best option, because honestly, we're not going to have that much depth. I would like to get one of them back. I don't think we need to get both of them back, but honestly, I'd like to get one of them. We have $1 million. We have $1.3 million in cap, and we're paying a lot of players a lot of money, man, next year we're going to be screwed. Johnson, Duclair, Yakupov, Morrissey, Horvat. I think we have to re-sign Freddie as well. Let's see here. Freddie has 1 year. Oh man, next year is going to be crazy. Okay, so let's see if we can find a potential suitor for Ben Bishop. He's been absolutely unreal for us, but a veteran goalie. Times are changing in Vancouver. He's got 2 cups. He can be a legitimate help to a team that really needs a goaltender. So if I'm gonna trade him, I'm gonna trade him to a team that really needs a goalie. Oh man, like the Arizona Coyotes, they are in desperate need of a goaltender. So you can see here that the Dallas Stars don't have a goaltender, and I'm down to help out a team. I like Dallas. And Ben Bishop, he has done amazing things for the city of Vancouver. He's been a fantastic goalie. He's 34 years old, though, 1 year left on his contract. We have a goaltender who is a legitimate starter, going to be 90 plus next year. Plus, we have Joe Fleshler in the backup position, so we really don't need Ben Bishop. It's time for Ben Bishop to go on another journey in his NHL career. You know what? He's done amazing things for Vancouver. He's won 2 cups. There's not much more left for him to prove. So Ben Bishop going to the Dallas Stars for Jesse Puljujarvi, who is a 4 Gold Star player, only 23 years old, 79 overall. He was the 2nd round pick in 2016. It's not a bad little prospect there, and a 2nd and a 3rd round pick. Oh man, I'm not even sure that'll go through. We could try it. Let's see. Ben Bishop, good luck in Dallas. No, not gonna happen. So, oh man, okay. So Puljujarvi and a 2nd. Honestly, that might not even go through. Might have to get like a 3rd. Oh, you know what? I might have to add something here. I don't think that's gonna go through. I'll give you a 3rd and a 5th. Okay, a 3rd and a 5th for Puljujarvi, and a 2nd. Not going through. Just a bit low. Hey. Okay, so I'll give you a 4th and another 5th. Will that go through? There you go. Ben Bishop, good luck in Dallas, buddy. You've done amazing things for the city of Vancouver, but that also frees up some cap space for us to go out and get Luke Glendening, and for us to go out and hopefully sign Alex Killorn. But first things first, I do want to go back and, oh man, Luke Glendening, is there a better option out there? He's really, really solid. He's been awesome for us. The fans love him. There's no reason why we shouldn't go ahead and give Luke Glendening $2 million for 1 year. Now, before I sign Alexander Killorn, I want to see what's going on with our team. I want to see what the squad's going to look like. So let me shape this up, and then I'll see you guys in a second. All right, so I mapped out the squad here, and it's going to kind of look like this. Duclair, Matthews, Johnson, Ovi, Horvat, Yak, Wilson, McCann, Gettinger, Fellows, Glendening, and Killorn. So I did go ahead and re-sign the both of them, Killorn, and Mitch Marner decided to go with another team, unfortunately, but we have to do no work in the offseason. I'll see you guys at the start of the regular season. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is not having a legitimate second liner for Ovi. I would love to get like a, oh wait, hold on here. Match offer. Yeah, we're going to match that offer. He's just a 4-star prospect that we have. There you go. But I would really like to have like an 87 overall player to go alongside Ovi. Oh man, we could... Just, you see, I don't really know what to do, because I would love Horvat to play on the 3rd line, okay? So, like, do we have enough to trade McCann and, like, a prospect and maybe a pick for, like, a legitimate 87 overall second liner? Oh, man. Plus, we have a lot of money tied up in some players. So, I'll see what I can do. We might make a couple of trades here. I'll see what I can do here. I'm not too sure it's going to happen. Wow, the past 7 years have flown by since we picked you to head the Vancouver Canucks as GM. This is the final year of your contract, so this could be a good year for us to go out. I'm going to leave it up to you guys, though. Depending on how well you do, we will offer you a renewal. I'm looking for 42 victories this year. I don't think that's going to be a problem. But another thing I want to talk to you guys about is updates. I could definitely go ahead and do an update every couple years that I play the Vancouver GM on my own time. I think I might might do it just because it's honestly a lot of fun. But I will do updates if we decide to go another route. But let's have a look at the squad here, and maybe I'll leave it up to you guys if we go get a second line centerman and put Horvat on the third line. It's going to be up to you guys though, and that also depends on if we do another year here. So this is definitely not what the team is going to be looking like. It's going to be looking like this, and it's going to be like that. Oh, Horvat is an 86 now. Okay, maybe we don't even need to trade. I knew he would grow finally. We'll see though. We'll see. Horvat's going to be Yakupov there. It's going to be Wilson. It's going to stay there actually. McCann, Gettinger, Killorn. No, I don't want Nikolai Ehlers here. I'm going to go ahead and send Ehlers down because I am going to bring up Patrick Fellows because Fellows has been so good for us. Going to go ahead and send Ehlers down. Anyone else is available to come up? PRV, Ehlers. No one's listed as a top scorer. No one's listed as like a fourth liner yet, so we're going to let those guys go in the minors. And rookie goalies, Bobby Dugan. And we also got Joe Fleshler there, who is 83 overall. Definitely going to man the backup role for this year, but we got to put Patrick Fellows there. And let me get all the lines ready, and then I'll show you guys what it's looking like. All right, so here is the team. 93 overall sniper, Anthony Duclair. Oh my God, I'm looking for a huge year from him. And we got Matthews and Johnson. This line has been honestly so good. This is going to be a very interesting year for Austin Matthews. This could be the last year we have him as a captain. Since we've named him to the captaincy, he's been decent, don't get me wrong, but it just hasn't been to my expectations. You guys know about the playoffs, all that stuff. Johnson now a 90. He went up from an 89 or an 88, I believe, so that's always nice. And we also got Yakupov, Horvat, and Alexander Ovechkin, who is an 89, but it's okay. He's probably going to score around 40 to 45 goals again this year. And then Gettinger, McCann, and Wilson. I love that line. Fellows, Glendening, and Alexander Killorn. So looking like this on the defense, looking like Lindholm, Bean, Provorov, Morrissey, Gattenby, and Tanev. And then looking in the goaltenders, Freddie and Joe Money. And as for the Utica Comets, we got Puyarvi, who's now at 81, so that's awesome. Grew from a 79 or a 78. That's huge. So maybe he's going to be something for us. That'd be awesome. And then there is the rest of the squad. So that's pretty much everything. There's a lot to go over and a lot for you guys to think about towards the next episode. I'll go ahead and I'll get the preseason done, but I do like the fact of completing this and kind of going to the end of NHL 16. But then again, a fantasy draft could be a lot of fun. We could miss out on a lot of fun if we don't do a fantasy draft or do another team. Like we could do a team, like I said, Washington, who is like a legit team, and we got to maintain that, or we could do a crappy team. We could even do Arizona. Like we could do something like that. We could get Duclair back. Like we could do something like that. It's gonna be up to you guys though. There's a lot to talk about. Unfortunately, in this episode, we did say goodbye to Ben Bishop. I wish him the best in Dallas. He's gonna be used to something though, and that's a lot of run support with the Dallas Stars. They got a sick team over there in Dallas, so I wish him the best. Let's go have a look at their team. Actually, it's probably just sick. Yeah, look at that squad. Ben, Sagan, Dickinson, Cody Eakin. Man, they're just stacked. Defensively, they're looking not that great aside from Klimberg. And then, Ben Bishop's at 84. Oh, man, good thing that we traded him while we can. Holy crap. So I went around to all of the NHL teams. I want to see who the highest overall player is, and 7 years in, and it's Taze, 95, tied with Alex Galchenyuk. So pretty cool. I just want to quickly show you guys how bad the Anaheim Ducks are. Holy crap. That is a terrible, terrible team. How are they going to score any goals this year? And I know you guys are going to want to check out Argon Bust, and there he is. Look at that defense. Oh my God. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, there's a lot to go over in the comment section. I'm going to update the roster, so that's more of an incentive to go over to a new GM mode. But again, it's all going to be up to you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.